Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. The first thing I want to get into today is of course the topic of apparently Taehyung and Mina being in a relationship for years. And there was this moment that was caught on a TV show clip that was leaked and I wanted to get into it. I also want to get into something that Big Hit is demanded to reply to something armies are upset about this week. I definitely think that is interesting. So grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime the video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first to your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. I hope you guys are well and staying happy and positive, and if not, then that's okay. It's okay to feel your emotions and be sad too. Give me an update on what you've been up to. So today I wanted to get into some of the recent crazy things that have been going on online. As per usual, there's always dating and ship theories floating around. I don't consider them rumors or anything like that. It's always good and fun. I like to kind of poke and tease some of these theories because I think it's something we can talk about. If you believe in these ships or theories, that's great. My video isn't meant to try to change your mind. I just want to give a different perspective. And if you have more theories that you believe are real, send them to me anywhere on social media. You know where to find me. You know how social media works. I would love to talk about it. Today we're getting into a pretty big ship, which is Taehyung and Mina from Twice. Mina is from Twice, obviously not Taehyung. But I was scrolling online and saw a bunch of people talking about this ship and what their thoughts were. And I definitely had some opinions on this. There are several clips at award shows where it would be Twice performing or something and BTS is simply in the audience. You saw Taehyung kind of cheer along and really have a reaction to the performance. Some people thought that Taehyung was specifically reacting to Mina and was cheering on her. I believe some of the reasoning can be because he doesn't cheer for artists much. However, a lot of the previous artists he would cheer for, he has in general stopped doing. This is because of what the haters will say. I highly doubt it's because of the shippers, because the shippers don't send hate to BTS, but it's the people who have a problem with BTS quote unquote dating or showing affection to any girl that are sending BTS hate over having a reaction. So Taehyung just kind of sits there in silence at award shows and tries not to even look at anyone because then the singer will get death threats. But these reactions happened ages ago and people think the quote unquote dating is still going on. However, I do think it's kind of sad that an artist can't cheer someone on and be supportive of another group without then a group receiving hate. Like they would clearly really like the group, but then people who don't want to see BTS date are just going to attack the girl group. So my theory is once BTS found out about this, they decide to not react at all, but then they get attacked for being rude when an idol performs. But at the end of the day, that hate is directed to them and not to the other groups, so they might prefer that. But this is why as a singer or artist, you can't listen to what people say because you will never win. Just make good music, just do good things, have good intentions, and you'll be fine. BTS has all of those things. Another one that I found to be interesting was a clip that resurfaced a lot. This was at an award show, and I believe this was before the cameras were rolling and nothing was live yet. People were still getting seated, and BTS walked to their seats first, only for Twice to follow before them. Some people have theories as to what BTS and Twice were doing backstage together. My theory is nothing. They probably had different changing rooms. They probably simply said hi to each other and that was it. To keep things organized, a lot of the time the crew and staff of an event will keep the singers separated from other groups and keep them in their waiting room. So no one's walking around and all that, because once it's time for the singers to get to where they need to be, the crew can't be like, oh my god, where's Jimin? Is he talking to this other artist? And then track Jimin down only for the group to be late to get to where they need to be on set. So I am not sus about them coming out together backstage. That seems normal, as where else would they come from? But some people were saying as BTS had sat first, the boys watched Twice walk by. Taehyung even had a prolonged eye contact with Mina, like his eyes followed her. I will say that the boys likely had nothing to do. They were probably not allowed on their phones, or if they were, they probably didn't want to be, because they have to be alert so they can get instructions from the crew if need be, like last minute seat changes, etc. But since they had nothing to do, obviously they're going to look at the people walking by. I think that is expected. Taehyung having prolonged eye contact is normal when some of the most beautiful girls you have ever seen are walking by you. Twice is so beautiful, and Mina in particular is really gorgeous. I think anyone who saw Mina walk by would probably have a prolonged eye contact. Do I think Taehyung thinks Mina is gorgeous? Absolutely. He probably does. Do I think they're dating because of that? No. I think everyone is gorgeous, but I am not dating everyone. But I am married to my dumplings and my favorite K-pop idols though. I definitely wanted to see what some people on the Twitter had to say about Mina and Taehyung. One person said, Taehyung, BTS, and Mina Twice has dating before. People were asking these Tweetster K-pop prediction accounts about what they thought, and some of those accounts I do believe made some predictions about them, possibly dating or stuff like that. So a lot of people are definitely curious if the ship is real or not. I think maybe in the most case, they're friends, but I don't think it goes further than that. Although they'd probably be a really beautiful looking couple if it were real, but it's too bad they're both married to me, so they can't date anyone else. Big Hit, of course, doesn't address any of these ships and rumors because there will be too many of them to address and talk about. They can't talk about them all. I mean, they'll have to hired someone to make a BTS video every day and talk about silly rumors. Wait, but Big Hit recently has been under fire for a dance performance that BTS did of Butter. It wasn't the dance practice. I believe this was the performance BTS did of Butter at the Billboard Awards. And during the dance break where the members go from J-Hope's center dancing and then switch to Jungkook, then of course all the members join in. You see that Jimin is missing from the performance or appeared to not be there. He was definitely there. He just wasn't in the spotlight, which is not great. It appeared either BTS took too many steps to the right and got out of the spotlight, or the spotlight was put in the wrong place. People ended up screenshotting the moment and brightening it to see that Jimin was there, but he was in the dark. Now, a lot of people online were then requesting Big Hit to make a statement and reply to fix this. One person wrote, "Hello, Big Hit. We noticed the lighting during the dance break of Butter, Jimin is a main dancer, is only member dancing in the dark. Can you be more careful and check while filming the performance so you can be visible? Fix the lighting, please." I mean, there's nothing that can be done now. The video is already up, but definitely precautions can be taken in the future to ensure that the light is better placed. However, I don't think it was Big Hit's fault, and let me explain. We all know the weird times that we are living in, and there's still regulations in America right now about how many people can be in a certain area. I believe it's about 20 or so, no more than that. I don't know the regulations in Korea. Usually on a set pre-pandemic, you have lots of people there. People ranging from someone on lights, cameras, and everything. I assume, as I have not been on set since the pandemic, that people had to double on jobs since legally you can't have that many people on set, i.e. likely my theory or conspiracy is that they didn't have anyone on the lights. Otherwise, that person would have just moved the light if they realized Jimin wasn't in the spotlight. So likely it was someone who had another main job. They were just like, okay, here's the light, and they just left it there and went back to their main job. They didn't touch the light for the performance. Maybe BTS was busy and had only that time to film the performance and decided, okay, that's fine, and didn't have time to reshoot. So I don't think this was anyone's fault. I think it definitely was an accident that happened, and given the situation right now in the world, it is bound to happen one day or another. And there's really not much that can be done to avoid it unless they hire a light guy, which they probably aren't allowed to right now. So just giving another perspective, obviously I don't know what went on set and can't say for sure, but just my theory on what happened. I like to preach here not to jump to conclusions and think of every possible way something could happen. This way we can avoid sending hate to the label and putting pressure on them for something they may or may not have been able to do anything about. Some people ask Big Hit to reply. I don't know if there's anything for them to address here. Stuff like this happens all the time. BTS, due to no fault of their own, just took too big of a step outside the light and they just had to keep going. It happens in theaters all the time and you're like, wait, where'd the actor go? Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I feature this comment right here. Thank you so much for being promise. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check stuff out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down. So I do keep it over there on my Patreon. Currently, there's over 300 videos that are already on there. We might be close to 400 videos that are currently up there. I upload there every single day, as well as some limited spots on the $1 tier that have currently opened up, as well as a 10% off on some of the tiers too. So if you would like to check that out, we have such a great time interacting over there, requesting videos, as well as me sending cards out. So if you're interested in that, link is in the top description down below. There's also a video over there that's free to watch that talks about how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. Make sure you go over there and check it out. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.